What's happening, people? Setting up new settings for my microphone, trying to get better sound quality, and I am totally messing it up right now. So, thought I would take a little break and bring you a tidbit that I've learned from my journey to 30. Now, last week I got super gung-ho, really into an understanding, at least I thought, to what I wanted to do here. I took off doing well, getting my creatives done, doing my marketing, my sales for voiceover, doing some other personal things on the journey to 30, and then I hit a wall. I don't know if it was depression, I don't know if it was overwhelmed by all the things that I'm trying to get done here, but yeah, man, I didn't really attack things the way that I should have last week. And that kind of led me to kind of think about, well, what is it that I want to talk about this week? And you know what? I think it's 200 crappy words a day. What are 200 crappy words a day? A while back, I was listening to the Tim Ferriss podcast episode where he talks about an author friend of his. Can't remember the name of the author off the top of my head. But he's published over 70 novels in his time. And when asked how he pulled off such a large number of books, he replied with, well, my goal is to write 200 crappy words per day. What does that mean? I'm looking at you. I'm looking to lose weight for the New Year's resolution goal maker. We all get this overwhelming desire to do something or to try something new. In this case, get back into shape. We do well for a while as we break our bodies back into bending and twisting and heavy weightlifting. But then we hit a wall. Usually this happens pretty quick, you know, that plateau or that feeling one day of, I don't want to do this. Either we start to second guess our efforts or we don't see any progress or we just don't feel like it and we don't work out. And then that leads to the next day and then into the next week. The next thing you know, you've done nothing for an entire month. Essentially giving up because it was just too ambitious of a goal. But this is where we need to remember the concept of 200 crappy words per day. When it comes to writing a book or getting into shape, we tend to think about the end game and not about the work that it takes to get there. We want it now. I'm no stranger to that. But that is impossible. Instead, we have to always have the goal of doing something. We just have to limit our expectation of what the result is. Let me explain. If I was writing a book, I expect to pump out 20 pages from myself. I'm weird and crazy and stupid. That I'll never do, especially in that time period I've allotted myself. But if I focus on writing 200 words a day, and that is it, well, I can wrap my head around that. Then I give myself a break. It doesn't matter if those 200 words suck, I at least wrote them. Some days I can barely make 200, and they truly do suck. But other days, especially on days when I just don't feel like it, I end up in a zone, a flow, and the next thing you know, I've written several hundred words. Again, not perfect, but they were good and can be edited later. I far exceeded my quota for the day and have helped move the deadline for my book forward because tomorrow I'm still going to write at least 200 words, keeping me on track. This avoids panic and chaos and the last minute deadline craziness. So give it a shot. Get your 200 words a day done. This can be anything from recording your daily creative, like I try to do, and last week definitely fell on, to going to the gym, to reading a book, to making a movie. It all can be completed with 200 crappy words a day. Have a great week.